Good to be here. All right. Sending the information out to all the different places and getting Instagram set up. What's going on, fam? This is impromptu. Really just kind of going live so that it's out there as well. But I will be doing a unboxing of the OBSBOT Tail 2. So if you look up OBSBOT, right, they are a company, and I'm pretty. Most people just say OBSBOT. That's what most people say. But I want to say that but just the way the words are shown, the company name is OBSBOT. And if you guys know the proper name for that, please let me know, because if I'm butchering it, let me know. But I think it's OBSBOT. So I'm gonna pull up their page. Oh, look at that comment screen. Is that gonna work? It does work. So I'm pulling up their page and just trying to make it the right size. But this is their line of cameras. They've got the Tiny, the SE. They've got the OBSBOT Meet. They've got several, right? So this is their lineup of cameras, and I just wanted to kind of showcase what their lineup of cameras look like, so you get a better idea of which one in their lineup I'm actually unboxing. So starting from the bottom down here, you have the Meet, which is AI powered 4K. You have the Meet SE, which is 1080p, and you can see that's like $69. So not a bad price, not a bad haul if you ask me. So definitely something to consider there. Let me get my mouse on here. So that's the one I'm looking at right there, that one. And then there's the Tiny SE, which is also 1080p. Meet 2, right? So you got the Meet SE, you got the Meet original, and you have the Meet 2, which is 129. Then you have this Talent video switcher. That's a whole other game right there. That's like master level unlocked. I see you out there, Gary Jones. Thank you so much for coming to hang out. Definitely looking for some of my folks on Instagram and other places to come hang out as well. But yeah, so here I'm back looking at, let me make sure I've got everything right here. Yeah, you guys can actually see what I'm looking at here on Instagram. Anyway, so that switcher, another thing to really be mindful of and look into. Here you have the top line, and it kind of starts to really go up from there. I have two of these Tiny 2 lights. They're 4K webcams, and they're pretty decent. They're pretty cool. I keep on thinking, look, I need to look there, I need to look up there, but they're pretty cool. There's the Tiny 2 webcam 4K voice control. Now I may need to go and play with that one a little bit to kind of get a better feel for, you know, what the differences are. Then you've got the $500 Tail Air, and this is the one that has become very popular, especially in streaming spaces. Just does a phenomenal job. But the one that I will be looking at today is the Tail 2. That's this guy right here, the Tail 2. I'm going to go ahead and click on it so you can kind of see what the price is and what that joint is looking like. Okay, so good. And you can see what that looks like there. It's a big boy. Even in comparison to some of the other ones, it is indeed actually a big boy. So keep that in mind, that this is something interesting. They've actually made a shift in their lineup in terms of what they are offering. So keep that in mind. Now, back to my regular screen here. So I am going to do an unboxing of this bad boy. So first thing to do is to showcase what all came. Now that I wasn't expecting this size, y'all. This is pretty big. So I got this box in the mail. So that box, I'll put that to the side there. And then I got all these three as well. And so this is the Tail Air Smart Remote Controller, right? This is the Tail Air Smart Remote Controller. Let me make sure you can see that. Let me actually go to my my top-down scene so you can see what that looks like there. That's what that looks like right there. Boom. Tail Air Smart Remote Controller. So this can control up to 2 to 3 cameras, 2 to 3 cameras with the remote. So you can actually, they have functionality on the remote to be able to do that. So I'll need to grab a scissors when I'm ready to unbox that one. So I'm gonna put that right there. This, if I'm reading it correctly, is the USB-C to Ethernet adapter. So I'll put that there for you to see it there. Then I'll put it here for you to see it here. That's the USB-C adapter. And this is the Tail 2 is fully NDI, fully network compatible, 50 megapixel. Like this is a SDI, HDMI, IP, USB 3.0. It also does output on all of the above, live streaming. This thing is, they're really trying to break into the faith-based space. And so that's one of the reasons why your boy has been tapped to work with them. So full disclosure, OBSBOT did send these to me for me to be able to use at church. So I'm gonna be installing these at my church, but I did want to do the unboxing here first. Let me switch cameras real quick and turn around. Well, actually, let me do that back. Let me go back. This one is the USB-C to A USB 3 cable kit. So this is a whole cable kit that it comes with. I am unsure of what exactly this is. Like, this is a huge box, so I'm gonna have to learn a lot of this stuff. But I did want to just kind of showcase what all came. So these three, I just wanted to show them to you, but I will not be unboxing these. I'll be unboxing this guy right here, which is the actual camera. So let's switch those cameras real quick here. Switch those around, and I can turn around to this guy and showcase, you know, what that looks like. Even beside, like this, I mean, this is from lower than my shoulder. It's bigger than my head. This is a massive box. OBSBOT Tail 2. It is massive. It is definitely a switch from what they had done before. So let's go ahead and move the keyboard out of the way, the mouse over here, and put this guy down into the shot. you know, it almost doesn't fit. This is crazy. It almost doesn't fit. So we've got it in the shot now. Now I took the 2 pieces of tape off that were on the sides. So, but that's all I've done. So we are unboxing this together. Ooh. Like I said, big box. Put that on the floor, and you can see that it says new tail, new Tail, new TAIL, new TALE. So I'm going to take that out and just kind of showcase that a little bit so you can see what that wording says. It kind of iridescent. Oh, Sheldon Retro is here with us. Says, yo, what up, fam? What up with you as well? Thank you so much for coming and hanging out. I see you over on Facebook. Thank you so much for hanging out. Haven't seen you in a minute. Hope all things are going well. But yeah, this is the new Tail 2, the Tail 2, OBSBOT Tail 2. So you can see this is just some, looks like it's paperwork. It's quick start guide. It's, yeah, warranty information. I'm going to put that back in. As I mentioned, I'm going to be over at the church tomorrow setting this up. I'm going to be over at the church tomorrow setting this up. Yo, Sheldon, I am unboxing the OBSBOT Tail 2, the OBSBOT Tail 2. In fact, let me show you real quick. You can see on the screen right there, that's the camera. That what you're seeing below me, that's the joint that I'm going to be unboxing. So let me come back to it. So far, we've just taken the top off. And then once we took the top off, we found this little package. Now let's open that up. So that's a nice piece of styrofoam or foam there, or whatever you call it. And now you're seeing the camera. So let me put this down. You can see the camera. Let me turn that a little, put that up a little bit closer to the camera there so you can kind of get a better look of what that is and what that looks like. That's really, really dope. I love the packaging. You gotta love. Yeah. Chris Stone says, "Oh my." You gotta love how these guys. I just got your text, Chris. I haven't gotten a chance to read it, but I'm definitely excited about the opportunity. But yeah, you gotta love how packaging has completely changed over the years, right? It used to be, man, these things would come in the most janky packaging possible. Now look at this joint. This is stately. I mean, this is just absolutely phenomenal. I'm gonna, before pulling out the camera, I'm gonna pull out this other box here, and I'm just gonna take a peek down below. Is there anything more in this thing? Because this is a very sturdy box. Okay, so here, let me open this up. So you can see I'm just opening at the top here. All right, and you can peek inside. You can see it actually before I can. And we have one package. I'm assuming this is a USB cable of some sort. I'm feeling this is a USB C to A adapter. And let me put that to the side. And okay, whatever else is in there doesn't want to come out, so I'm going to open it from the other side. Maybe it's blocked. Let me put these back in because I don't want to lose anything, right? Let's put these back in. All right, so we have two more cords, and this one says power cable. That's the only one that actually has a label on it. This one says power cable. This feels like 3.5 millimeter. It's like an extender. So you have male and female 3.5 millimeter jacks on this, which is interesting because that means that there's some audio components to this camera that I was not aware of, and that's pretty dope. So let's put these back in here as well. Get those box back up, put it back in. Now let's get the camera. The time has come for the camera to come out. Okay, so I'm assuming I just kind of fork it out of here. I don't know. It's in there tight. Okay. Ooh, it's heavy. Ooh. Oh man, that's heavy. Wow, that is heavy. That's a good weight. So let me just put that right up close for you guys to see what that looks like. Put it up close here as well. Let's put this down and get rid of the box. Get rid of the box for just a second. So man, see what that looks like there. Wow. So if I hit the power button on the back, I just noticed it did this. You'll see the battery. I guess that's battery light up there on the front, kind of letting you know, which also brings me to another point. It looks like it's got battery. That's pretty dope. I'm not the only one who uses janky. Absolutely not. Chris Stone, you are in good company. You are in good company. Several of you are catching it. I see 9 of you guys are on the live. Hope you guys are reacting. You're hitting the like button, different things. Yeah, definitely gonna need the link for that bad boy. Oh yeah. I'm going to let you know where you can pick up this guy. And I'm going to just go ahead and copy that link right now. I'm gonna put that link right in the comments for you. And so now I see that in the comments on YouTube, but I do not see it on the comments on Facebook. So as they say, no time like the present. So we're going to do this right here, right now. Let's get this. Let's get here. Edit post. All right. So it's in the description on Facebook, Sheldon. So you can actually do that there. And let me close that part up and then get back to I'm going to put it in the description over on YouTube as well. Let's go to content, go to live. We are live right now. And right, so I'm saving that, and it is in the description on both. Excited to see and hear how you'll use this bad boy. So one of the things that OBSBOT was very interested in is the opportunity to get this into more faith-based spaces. So I am going to be actually using this at my church, which is one of the reasons why I wanted to do this recording of the live unboxing, so that I have access to high quality video of myself unboxing this bad boy. So definitely want to make sure that we get that in there. Yeah, man, Sheldon, my absolute pleasure. Want to make sure we get that in there. So let's swap these two cameras real quick and come back over to here. Now, I know that this is out of focus, so that one's set to manual focus, y'all. So that's on me. Let's go back to our regular 3 camera with the top down. I want to put this right here, showcase the how that looks. Let me show you the back of it as well. Number of connections and connectors, so much to look into. So now let's get this from the top down. So this is, we're looking at power, we're looking at audio. You've got HDMI. What else is that on there? Mic in, line in. Then you have RS. Yeah. RS-232 out. So you have, and then you have SDI, you've got network, you got a power button, you've got SD card on the side so you can record directly to the device itself. It has its own battery. You can see it light up there. And yeah, a lot that you can do with this. Looking forward to utilizing the device. Come on, nice size camera. Yeah. Thank you. I see you out there, Gary. Harry says nice size camera. He says looking forward to using it. Gary's another guy that works with me at my church, and so this device will eventually live at the church. Now, it does have a little styrofoam here, and I'm just taking that out, and I'm going to I hope I can. I don't think I can put this back, but anyway, I'm taking that off, and now you can kind of see. Let me go back here. Let's hide that comment. All right, so here I've taken the little plastic piece off, taken the styrofoam out, and now you can see what that lens looks. So that's what it'll look like. And then in this shot, this is what it'll eventually look like. And you'll be able to control it from anywhere on your network. You'll be able to do, all kinds of amazing and awesome, phenomenal, ridiculous things with it. So again, super excited to be able to explore and play with it, and just wanted to come live for a little while to showcase this unboxing. This is the OBSBOT Tail 2. Let's go back to the screen real quick so you can kind of see. It looks like I closed that tab. Let's reopen that tab. That's not the right one either. There we go. Okay. This is the right one. This is the OBSBOT Tail 2 NDI, PTZ-R NDI camera. It's 4K, 60 frames per second. Pro AI tracking, 50 megapixel, 5x optical, and then it has a 12x hybrid zoom, SDI, HDMI, IP, USB 3.0 output, live streaming for education, conference, worship, live events. This thing is crazy. So I'm excited about it. Let me see what else we got. Who else we got in the chat here? Bishara, Doc Bishara is with us. Learning how to produce a show by watching you change these scenes by yourself. Thank you, sir. I appreciate you. Looks pretty cool. I'm excited to see the video quality in a church. Yeah, I'm excited as well. And again, churches are known for using PTZ cameras. That's kind of a one of the main things that one of the easiest ways, and especially when you have a small team, you don't necessarily have camera operators. At my church, we don't have this problem, but at a lot of the churches I help to set up, it's a one-man band, and so that person has a fairly large controller in front of them that allows them to, over the network, connect to these PTZ cameras, network accessible PTZ cameras, and then they're able to dial in their shot. They're able to move around. They're able to pan, tilt, zoom, as the saying goes, right? That's what the phrase was created for. So I'm putting the little sticky thing back on again. I could actually put the sticky thing back on. I like that. Let me cover my eyes up so you can kind of see this thing properly. There we go. Yeah, so I'm putting the sticky thing back on. It has full 360. It doesn't just go side to side. It can turn all the way around. So a lot of different use cases and scenarios that we can find for this device. And I think, we're not even scratching the surface in terms of some of the things that is possible with this thing. So yeah, man, OBSBOT. Tail 2, not tail air, and this is the Tail 2, and it is a fairly new device. I wonder, when did it drop? I don't know, I want to say it didn't drop too soon ago, too recently, right? It wasn't that a recent drop, but I think definitely something to be interested in, something to look into. Any questions, man, before I close it out? This is just a quick one. I wanted to go live and just do a quick unboxing, showcasing what this is. And if you have any questions, please don't hesitate to let me know. If there's something you wanted to see, some other component you wanted to check out, please ask your questions. I'm putting it back in the box so that when I take it to church, I do not have to wonder if it's safe. That fit back in very nicely. And I think this goes this way. That fit back in pretty nicely as well. And then we have the box itself. Put it on. Right. That's it. So it is back in its original box, even though I have taken it out and gotten my fingerprints all over it. All right. So Sheldon is asking, what's the price point? Thank you for that question, Sheldon. Let's go back to the screen. You can see, I think you can see it here on the screen right here. It says $1,200. So it's not cheap. That's for sure. It's not cheap, but it is in relation to, or in comparison to, some of the other PTZ cameras that I guess OBSBOT is looking to compete with. It is definitely, I think, within range, based on the functionality, based on the quality that it works with. So yeah, let me see what else you got here. So Sheldon is asking, is it standalone camera, or do you need software and a controller? So it is a standalone camera, and as I mentioned, I don't think you saw this earlier, but you can connect it to the network with this USB Ethernet, USB-C Ethernet. You can connect it to the network with that, but you can also use the remote to control it. So this controls it, and so you can stay across the room, have it set up on a tripod or have it mounted to a wall. In my case, we're going to have it on a tripod, but I know a lot of PTZ cameras end up getting mounted to some fixed location within the building where you're doing your production from. And so from there, you can control it with a controller, and it is compatible with, all of the controllers that you have out there for PTZ cameras. I know for a fact that Ecamm, which is the platform I use, can control this camera without any other additional question or any other additional equipment. So I can just plug this up to a computer, USB-C, and as soon as Ecamm sees it, it will control it. But the other nice thing, and I'll have to test this again. We're gonna be testing a lot of things, but the other nice thing is that this can be connected to the network. And so what I will be testing is to see, okay, when I connect it to the network at my church, can I jump on my computer and use the software to connect to the camera and control it, even if I'm, somewhere else? Or better yet, if I set it up and connect it to the network, can I VPN into the church and can connect to the camera and control it? I've seen some videos out there that talk about that, but it is I'm going to be playing with it because I want to see what that looks like for myself. I want to put that to the test for myself. So that's another use case where you're actually able to live switch from a whole different location. So pretty dope stuff. Let me see. I see some more comments out there. Ernesto says, nice. Says, depending on the needs, this is a great way to set up 4K. Absolutely. And we definitely want to utilize 4K in my scenario as well. Sheldon is also agreeing that, like, yo, that's nice. So definitely excited about all of the above. Where am I? Let me see here. All right. We're still good on time. But yeah, that's some great questions, Sheldon. That's some great comments. Ernesto, thank you so much for coming through. Dr. Tachi, twice in one day. Thank you so much for coming through and hanging out with us today. We were doing some checking on this new device, which is called the OBSBOT Tail 2. You can't even see me anymore, right? It's just that big. It's like the OBSBOT Tail 2. So OBSBOT sent this out to me. Wanted me to test it out at my church. And this is another thing that I want to share, kind of right there is, a lot of people feel like, well, I'm in the faith-based space. Well, I'm doing this. I don't know if I can get, collabs or brand deals, be able to work with people who want to work in the faith-based space. And I'm saying OBSBOT is actually the second large name brand that has reached out based on the fact that I work with churches. Shure is another one. Shure has a whole other. They are doing a big campaign right now, led by CC Winans, that is just for faith-based. And so I'll be doing some work under that campaign as well. So these are the types of, don't discredit yourself. Don't count yourself out. Your niche is your niche. And there is a brand, there is a company, there are partner platforms and services and products that want to get into your niche. And so because I'm a man of faith, I work in the media faith space, these are people who are like, yo, I want to get in there too. So I know a lot of faith-based, houses of worship, they're using like PTZ optics, BZB gear, several other types of PTZ cameras. OBSBOT is basically saying, hey, we want to be an option too. We want to be seen as an option too. We've come out with something that can compete, and it is argumentatively, it could be even better than some of the competitors. The AI tracking on this, and yes, Dr. Tashi, this is a PTZ camera, but the AI tracking on this and the ability to connect it to the network and control it remotely, those are huge benefits. And these are components that they have added into this specifically to go after large scale live productions. The top, in my opinion, one of the most common large scale live productions that happens once a week is church. And so definitely something to think about. Darius O'Kane says, you don't stop, brother. Listen, man, there's no shortage to what it is I'm trying to get across and do. And I just wanted to put this in its best light. So this is the OBSBOT Tail 2. Super excited about it. Did a unboxing today. Scrub backward if you missed it. But I am going to jump off here now. We've been on for 29 minutes and 20 seconds. I'm going to try and land right at a half hour, but I cannot thank you guys enough for hanging out with us today. I see several of you have kind of, jumped on and jumped back off over on Instagram. I see you out there, Ian Callender. I see you out there, Chris Dorsey. I see you out there, Doc Hodnett, Andy Lehman. I see all of you guys out there. Thank you so much for coming and hanging out with us today. But then also over here on Facebook, I know that Sheldon has been hanging with us. I thought I saw somebody else in the chat as well, Sheldon, on Facebook. But Gary Jones has been with us on YouTube. I see Chris Stone was with us on YouTube as well. Several others have been with us. Dr. Tachi, Ernesto, several others have been hanging with us, rocking with us over on YouTube. And Darius O'Kane just came in as well. Appreciate you guys coming and hanging out with us today. I am going to end it right there, but I hope that this was meaningful. Definitely scrub back if you want to see more. Did the vertical version, but I'm also, this is a fun fact, I'm also, even though I'm streaming in vertical today, I am recording all of my cameras. So if I go to this one, that was not the one. If I go to this one, you'll see I have my camera on the top. I have my camera, my top-down shot. Those two cameras are being recorded in full 16:9, even while I'm streaming in vertical in Ecamm. And so one of the things I wanted to do was, of course, get the recording of myself unboxing it here at home in the home studio, so that when I'm ready to create the video, I have this is as B-roll essentially. I have this off to the side, high quality 4K in my own space. When I set this up at church, I will record there as well, and then also kind of mesh that whole thing together to get a full video set up. That's what the behind the scenes reason and purpose of today's live stream has been. But I hope that is meaningful for you. Again, can't thank you guys enough for coming and hanging out with us. It's your boy Kirk Nugent, the Geek Speaker Preacher. Thankful for your time and attention. We'll see you around these internet streets or in the next video. Grace and peace, fam.